Greetings, Indie Warriors, and welcome to another edition of The Dream Drop, your rundown on all of the exciting indie, AA, and niche releases for the week of September 15th through the 21st of 2025, and oh boy, is it a big one. My name is Old Gamer Joe, and there's been no shortage of games dropping the last few months, that's for certain, and this week's no different, so get those credit cards ready because they're about to catch fire. Please note that this list does not include early access games. But real quick, you've likely heard by now that YouTube is suppressing some of your favorite content after a new AI rollout. And yes, we are victims too, down a staggering 50% of our revenue for August. Only you can stop this corrupt machine by heading over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you'll not only ensure we can continue to bring you independent content, but you'll gain Discord access, early shows like this one before everyone else, our podcast 3 days early, shoutouts, and so much more. Help us keep the lights on and bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming today. Thank you so much. Alright, first up this week we have No, I'm Not a Human, releasing on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox consoles, and coming to us from Treoskaz and Critical Reflex. This twisted-looking horror sim sets you on a dying Earth and will poke at your emotions relentlessly, not in a pleasant way either. The dreadful presentation sends chills down one's spine as you explore from the first-person perspective, attempting to survive while making tough moral choices. Being compared to games and media such as Papers, Please and The Thing, you'll soon discover if you have the mental fortitude to survive on the 15th. Next up is a game set in the LEGO universe, LEGO Voyagers, coming to PC and all major consoles. Developed by Light Brick Studio and being published by Annapurna, this two-player co-op LEGO adventure offers a variety of missions and encourages exploration. The game places a large emphasis on its story, where for once, you'll get to feel what it's like to be a LEGO brick. Not so much fun being snapped to other pieces, is it, huh? The story is said to be full of heart as you attempt to rescue a spaceship, snapping and solving puzzles one by one. This one should be accessible for all ages. On to Troleu, a maddening first-person action title that places you in the shoes of a conductor who must try to operate a transport system gone wrong. Coming to us from Underground and Critical Reflex for the PC, the game has a good sense of humor in what really boils down to being somewhat of a job simulator. Get passengers boarded, pummel them if they get wise with you, and see what other chaos can ensue in this unique-looking release that you'll only find in the world of indie games. Time to head to the trailer park for our next release, Trailer Park Tycoon, Raccoon Ranch, which should be fairly self-explanatory as to what it's all about. Playing as a raccoon, you've been left a not-so-fine piece of property and now must bring it to greatness. There's resource management abound, crops to grow, booze and cigarettes to sell, and even some of the green. Pick through trash, upgrade your store, and build a smelly empire when the game releases this week on the PC platform. An unlikely sequel launches somewhat out of nowhere. Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream is headed to PC. The original game was a highly entertaining open-world beat-em-up with comedic elements, and this sequel, which seems to take place a few years later, looks to offer up more of the same. Navigate teen drama with your fists, perform over-the-top specials, take part in minigames, and grow your personality so that you aren't remembered only as a troublemaker. Now we have a dreamy, creepy little hand-drawn puzzler called Daymare Town, heading to PC this week. The eerie art is drawing me into this one, and hopefully I'll want to stick around for its unsettling puzzles that are inventory-based. A piano-driven soundtrack will further ratchet up the uneasiness of this fascinating-looking indie release. I look forward to giving this one a go for myself, perfect for Halloween, which is just around the corner. Tactical fans should prepare to ride into battle in Grey Heritage, Noble Duty, launching on Steam PC this week. Coming to us from B-Train Studio, this anime-themed tactics RPG has a classic medieval setting, rousing score, and plenty of characters throughout its 15-hour campaign. There's not going to be any permadeath here at the least, but that doesn't mean it will be easy. Line up 10 mighty heroes and prepare yourselves for battle on the 15th. Next is Henry Halfhead from Lulu Entertainment and Pop Agenda. Arriving on PC, PS, and Switch, this looks like a fun sandbox to roll about where you'll control half of Henry's head using an assortment of magical spells. There's a transformation element to the gameplay which features around 250 objects alongside some very tricky puzzles to solve. You don't even have to go it alone as a local co-op mode exists. 2 heads are better than 1, they say. Fans of roguelite deck builders may want to know what the deal is with Rana Card, a game where you manage a farm through cards drawn. Expect 300 different cards to feature everything from animals, buildings, and plants as you work to expand your deck and progress further into rounds. With 20 different maps and disaster years, the possibilities are endless and hours of gameplay await you. Ever dreamed of playing as a turnip? Wait a second, that happened in a few indie games before. Turnip boy, anyone? But this is letters to Arralla, a cozy little adventure adventure game where you play as a turnip with a big booty. Explore an island delivering mail and solving cute little puzzles. You can read the mail if you want to be a snoop in this chilled out experience that very clearly has a good sense of humor to it. Let's hope this turnip adventure turns out great. Become involved in dark dealings in Strange Antiquities, which is coming to us from Bad Viking and Iceberg Interactive. Releasing for the Steam PC platform, you must explore a spooky town, identify artifacts, and run a shop of your own, full of unusual oddities. Make choices that matter in this follow-up to Strange Horticulture, and while this game does have a few callbacks to its predecessor, it's very much its own contained story. Will you become the greatest shopkeeper of them all? Are you ready to confront your true self? Personally, I'd rather shove my issues down like an overstuffed trash can I don't feel like changing the bag on, but if you're ready for some self-reflection, then you should check out Type Noise, Shonen Shoujo, which is certainly a mouthful. This puzzle-focused visual novel is releasing on the 17th. In this mystery game with multiple endings, you'll follow the story of several characters who've lost their memories in a strange version of Tokyo and help them solve puzzles to figure out the mystery of what's happening to them. With its wide variety of puzzles and surreal anime visuals, those interested in an engaging mystery with multiple endings should give Type Noise Shonen Shoujo a shot. What the flick? A new tactical roguelite is coming out this week, huh? Flick Shot Rogues is a unique take on the genre with turn-based battles that have you flicking your characters all over the screen, throwing together ridiculous combos and combining the power of relics with a diverse roster of team members. With 10 different difficulty levels, there should be plenty of content for tactical roguelite fans to check out. And hey, there's even a free demo for this one if you want to give it a try before you buy. Next up, Lord Ambermaze is a quirky-looking pixel art puzzle game where time only moves when you move. Solve puzzles, battle mighty foes, engage in some quirky minigames, and even become a hit with the ladies if you're smooth enough. That's right, there's a relationship building system here. It's clear that Lord Ambermaze is trying to do a whole lot at once, so let's hope it succeeds when it releases on the 17th. Interested in puzzle games but looking for something you can play with your friends? Beacon Patrol has you covered. This cooperative puzzle title works a lot like a board game. You'll play as captain of the Coast Guard and lay tiles down to explore the coast of the North Sea, securing various landmarks as you go. If you're looking for a chill but engaging experience with friends, Beacon Patrol definitely looks to fit that bill. This next release on the list has major Firewatch vibes, something we don't see a whole lot of, and what a shame, why not? Arctic Awakening is a first-person story-driven adventure taking place after a plane crash in the frozen Alaskan tundra. You and your robotic companion, Alfie, must search for your co-pilot, Donovan, while making your way through some incredible Arctic scenery and mysterious sci-fi-inspired structures that will be paramount to discovering the mystery of why you're here and what happened to Donovan. Those looking for an intriguing narrative adventure should keep their eyes on this one. A sci-fi FPS releases next on the 18th. It's Moros Protocol, coming to PC from Pixel Rain and Super Rare Originals. With a gorgeous, almost painted visual style full of glorious pixels, the game will feature fast, frantic gunplay through a deep roguelike progression system, along with very difficult Souls-like boss encounters. Locations will be procedurally generated, keeping you on your toes, and there will even be drop-in and out co-op availability so you won't have to go it alone. Let's see if this shooter hits its targets successfully. Do you crave sushi instead? Well, why not roll with Sushi Ben, a story-based anime adventure coming to us from Big Brain Studios on the Steam PC platform. Work to save a sushi bar from going under as the land is under threat by evil no-gooders. With some great anime comic book art, the story comes from the writer of Hatoful Boyfriend and will have 8 hours of gameplay, 4 hours of minigames, and can even be played in VR, which could mean anime boobies right in your face, hopefully. Get ready to smash stuff in this wild new roguelike survival game, Megabonk, also launching for PC on the 18th. Take down a slew of enemies, gather up loot, and grow more and more powerful as runs progress. The game includes a slew of different weapons along with random maps and unlockable characters that play differently from one another. If you seek some great survival-style arcade action, this one should be at the top of your wishlist. If that wasn't enough survival action for you, maybe this next one will suit your needs. It's Try Survive, which has more of a fantasy RPG setting. Featuring familiar roguelite and bullet hell elements, you can control up to 3 different heroes at the same time in this new release from Majestic Mind Games. The visuals look sharp, with the game featuring class-based combat, synergies, and additional champions to unlock. On the fence, there's a demo available for you to try for yourself right now. My, what indie release do we have next? It's Child of Ages, coming to PC and all major consoles from Chubby Pixel. This time-traveling adventure features a bit of everything: platforming, combat, puzzles, and even a deep narrative to unravel. Taking inspirations from the Zelda series and its dungeon design, you're on a quest to explore ancient ruins while using the almighty Ouroboros stone, which can change time itself. The game will feature 20 hours of content and even a co-op mode, making it an intriguing prospect to release this week. Racing fans, start your engines for our next release coming to PC and all major consoles from 3D Clouds. It's Formula Legends. Take control of 16 different vehicles from all sorts of different times, and race your way through well-designed courses while taking in some gorgeous visuals. There's championships to win, racers to unlock, and even real-time weather effects. Oh, and there's a time attack and story mode too. Seems like it's headed towards a first-place finish if you ask me. Now a cult classic game returns. The claymated Platypus Reclayed molds its way onto PC and all major consoles from Claymatic Games. Launching some 22 years after the original, this side-scrolling shooter offers two-player action, new 4K visuals, different weapons, remixed music, and even adjustable difficulty options. Feel the nostalgia for yourself if you were a fan of the original on the 18th. Maybe you feel like something very relaxing this week? Well then, Build a Bridge should suit your needs, a puzzle game where, yes, you build a bridge across multiple different levels. Choose between a variety of different materials as you build across a 2D interface. There are 17 unique vehicles here as well, so you'll watch a variety of different vehicles cross your bridge, hopefully in spectacular fashion. We don't want them to crash and burn. Make sure you build that bridge good and sturdy. There's an easy mode here for more relaxed gameplay, 86 different levels, realistic physics, and the game is available in 15 different languages, leaving almost nobody out on the action, or well, the bridge building. I guess that's action. Build a Bridge will be available for both the PC platform and Nintendo Switch on the 18th. On to Lan Party Adventures next, coming to us from Leap Game Studios, also on the 18th. You'll relive your childhood PC building days in this retro throwback experience where you actually build PCs. We did do a preview of this game on the channel, and it was a whole lot of fun. So if you're into PC building and you like those old retro vibes, posters on the wall, and all the cool 90s, early 2000s stuff, Lan Party Adventures will be the perfect one to boot up this week. And from LAN parties to Deadwires. Deadwire is launching on the 18th from Shotgun Anaconda and the Collab. You can enjoy this one on the PC platform exclusively for now. Put an end to evil gangs in this top-down tactical shooter set across a futuristic city. You will control Wire, a hacker, and use those hacking abilities to change the environment around you and take out enemies in some interesting, explosive different ways. Create chain reactions, grab a variety of different weapons, harness some power-ups, and even take on time trials and side objectives. The top-down view gives me Hotline Miami vibes. In fact, the whole damn thing does. It looks like a blast, literally. I guess we're sticking with the whole computery theme? Computery's not really a word, is it? Whatever, I made a word. Releasing on the 18th as well is Bytebond from DVD Unicorns, gotta love a name like that, and Anshar Publishing. The Steam page describes this game as somewhere between Portal and Split Fiction in that it is more couch co-op puzzle based, meaning you'll have to work together with a partner if you hope to get the most out of things. There is online play as well, so you don't necessarily have to be in the same room, however. You will explore the inner workings of a PC, piecing together puzzles and battling evil virus bots. This digital world looks bright, colorful, and futuristic. Power those computer fans and more in this unique-looking co-op experience full of tricky puzzles to solve with a friend. Following Bytebond, we have Eclipsium launching on Steam PC from Housefire and Critical Reflex. By God, does this one look absolutely horrifying with its grainy artwork. There is a demo available if you want to check it out for yourself, but it's a first-person psychological mind freak if you couldn't tell from this footage. You aren't going to be safe anywhere as you explore the Spiral. According to the Steam page, you seek a missing girl, but it's pretty cryptic otherwise. Not a lot of details on this game, other than that it looks pretty freaky. Takes place from the first-person perspective, and it appears that there's going to be a lot of death and burning involved. So if that sounds appealing to you, go ahead and grab Eclipsium this week. Now on to Wanderstars, which is launching on PC and all major consoles on the 19th from Paper Castle Games and Fellow Traveler. This is a word-based anime turn-based RPG. If that makes sense, I guess that makes sense. There are over 200 different words to collect, a variety of power-ups, and more in this game that can really only exist in the indie gaming scene. You'll join Ringo, a young female martial artist, on a quest to find her missing brother, Wolf. There are 10 episodes to explore in total, and yeah, the battles are in fact turn-based, but you'll need to choose your words wisely. It all kinda is a bit reminiscent looking of Dragon Ball Z. Love the art style here. Can't wait to see how it all comes together. I'm curious how a word-based, turn-based RPG will actually play. Maybe you wish to instead see the Northern Lights. Well, you can do just that in HYKE Northern Lights, a 2D pixel RPG. Releasing on the 18th for PC from Akatsuki Games and Aniplex, which I've probably said both of those wrong. Once again, you have a female lead here on an epic journey. There are witches abound, there's camping to be done, and a massive world to explore full of magic and mysticism, and a whole lot of monsters to slay too. Who doesn't love a cute witch though? This should be right up your alley. Oh, and you can cook food too. Yummy. Who doesn't love food? Great combination here, witches and food. Not into witches so much, I totally get it, but gentlemen, sign up for a Gentleman's Dispute from Blast Furnace Games, a party game. That's right, this wild, zany, physics-based experience will have you brawling with a bunch of friends, shooting cannons, swinging your bat, and doing whatever else it takes to survive. Doesn't sound all that gentleman-like, does it? There's traps to avoid, there are up to 8 players to battle against, and all sorts of zany action awaits. Flamethrowers, bombs, you name it, it's in this game. And there's cards, which means that you need to carefully stack the appropriate deck if you hope to survive. Environments are interactive too, so throw your friends into cannons or maybe bash them into a train. Either way, you're in for a wild time. After a long night of partying, why not enjoy some Afterlong Night coming to the PC platform from OKJoy? This sandbox survival RTS has plenty of attitude and an assortment of crazy weapons to destroy endless slews of zombies with. You can enjoy a demo for this one if you want to try before you buy, but basically what you'll be doing is killing zombies across ruined cities. You must build a shelter as well if you hope to have a fighting chance. There's a wide variety of weapons that you can craft, but you'll also need to grow crops, cook food like some other games on this list, and of course keep those defenses high. There's tanks, there's guns, there's everything you would expect. There's also some AI-generated content. There is a disclosure here, but it looks like it's just for promotional images and a language translation, so nothing too concerning there. From there, let's step into Liuyin's world from King the Game. This is a 3D action RPG which has a Metroidvania-style layout to it, tons of different endings to possibly obtain, and combat rewards. AI is the central focus of our story. Can humans and AI and demons all get along together? Probably not, that doesn't sound like a great combination, but we shall see. The combat is going to be quite challenging. You have blocks and dodging and all the usual martial arts moves that you would expect. There's firearms here too though, and even a cloak, so you can maybe hide yourself in plain sight. With 8 different zones to explore, the game should keep you busy for some time to come. Maybe, just maybe, you have some synthetic hopes instead. Well, good news, you'll be able to play this release this week from Groovy Snail Studios. With a demo also available, this is a puzzle game where you must also participate in some platforming sections. Controlling an android in a cyberpunk world, you must avoid the lights, clear out various obstacles that stand in your way, solving 150 different puzzles. Now that's a hell of a lot of puzzles. There's even a story that has an actual impact, apparently, so we'll see how that comes together, but it looks pretty damn indie to me. Seems like a good time. Also a colorblind mode here too, if you need that. For our French gamers out there, I'm gonna butcher a word for you, concierge. God, that sounded terrible even leaving my mouth. I'm so sorry. I love you, French viewers out there. This release is coming to us from Codino and Digital Tribe. This adventure explores an old man's life as he seems to be in some sort of creepy hotel solving a variety of different puzzles and trials that stand in his way. Why are you in this inn? Nobody really knows. I mean, there's probably an answer if you play the game, but I can't be sure yet based on the description that's available. However, you do have a camcorder which helps you to see things that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. Spooky. We're really ratcheting ratcheting up the fear level now, getting closer to Halloween. There's 6 different levels in total here, a fascinating story, and non-linear progression, meaning that there are more ways to achieve an ending than one. Simple mouse controls will also make it very easy to pick up and play for everyone, even if the puzzles are super duper tricky. I believe this next release has been out for a little bit, but in early access, so now it's hitting 1.0 finally on the 17th from Fun Day Games and Ghost Ship Publishing. It's Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. This is a survivor auto shooter where you must take down aliens and mine for tons and tons of resources as you do in these video games. They describe it as a reverse bullet hell. Interesting. There's tons of missions to complete from the top-down perspective, which seems to be new for this universe. It's a full-on single-player experience, too. There's 4 different classes to pick from, 40-plus weapons, different enemy types to destroy, and it's been in early access for a while, which means it's probably come a long ways since its original launch, which was back in, last year, 2024. So grab this one if you've been anticipating it. It does have a lot of reviews, very positive too, over 18,000 of them. Looks like we have another game set to finally leave early access too, Lost Skies. Yes, sirree, from Bossa Studios and Humble Games. Unfortunately, this one had more of a mixed reaction when it initially released, so we'll have to see how it all came together in the end. This is a cooperative survival title where you traverse the skies. Looks like there is all sorts of epic battles to partake in, plenty of building to be done. I'm not very good at building and using my imagination. And even a full-on island creator so that you can create your own space. Sounds ambitious, let's see how it came out. Do not carry with you now the burden of truth. Actually, you can grab this one on the 18th. It's coming to us from Rob Productions. Almost get a little bit of an Ace Attorney vibe from this one as you control a prosecutor who's named Conrad. You will investigate a variety of different crimes, solve them, hopefully, that's the goal anyways, and get to the bottom of things. There's conspiracies, there's mysteries, there's everything you would expect from a detective-based game, so bring the baddies to trial in full 3D environments. There's also a tagging system which allows you to gather information more easily. I like a good court-themed video game, so I might be down to give this one a go for myself. It also has 4K support with fast blazing frame rates available for those of you who can take advantage of that, and a hint system if you get too stuck. Onto a remaster now. It's right in the title. Class of Heroes 3 Remaster coming to PC, PS, and Switch on the 18th. It's from Acquire Corporation and being published by P-Cube. I'm sad I missed out on this one originally. I think I remember it kicking around, or at least existing, but it's a 3D dungeon crawler with RPG elements. They're saying on the Steam page that it's been a 15-year wait for this one. Interesting. At least for Western audiences. You'll choose between 3 school districts, taking down a variety of different dungeons, and enjoying the school life, as much as you can anyways. Make friends and form strong bonds between them. Party up with a variety of different characters. You'll grow stronger with each new run. Seems to be the ultimate way to experience this one if you've yet to play it, like me. Whew, what a list, huh? Am I right? We're on to Extinction Rifts, launching on the 18th from Cubite Interactive. This one's going to be available on PC and all major consoles, it would appear. This is a first-person shooter where it's really combo-based, so you want to keep those chains going to rack up high scores and take down enemies. I don't actually know if there's high scores. I might have made that part up, but it looks to be inspired by the PS1 era of shooters in both its visual design and gameplay elements. There's a little bit of melee combat here as well. Seems fast, seems frantic. The levels have secrets to discover, new weapons and abilities for you. Lots and lots of content here. So if you were a fan of old school shooters, you might be into this one, especially if you like combos. And closing out this list, oh, finally we made it. Thank you everybody that stuck around. If you watch this whole thing, you are a rock star. Thank you so much. Folly of the Wizards. It's coming to PC and all major consoles from Upfox Labs and Numbskull Games. There's never enough roguelikes, right? So why not add another 2D action one to your wish list, or maybe just pick up the full release. You can get a better feel for it because there is a demo available for this one. You'll explore a variety of procedurally generated dungeons, learn new skills, battle back enemies. The art style here looks pretty damn cool. There are 4 different wizards to choose between, all with unique abilities of their own. The game features 130 relics. That's a whole lot of relics, which means that there will be great variety to the combat, and 22 bosses to take down. On top of that, there's 7 endings and more. But that's gonna do it for this week, folks. You had to have found an indie or two to be interested in. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I better find a new job. Voice to the voiceless, everybody. Thank you for all that you do for independent content. Remember, patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. We can't do this without you. Thank you for all that you do. See you next time.